Oh, lordy lord, that's not the kind of start to a game that you want to see. Give me 1 second, ladies and gents. I just came off another cast. I'm rushing around trying to get this one organised for you. But I think if we cross our fingers, yep, there we go. We are good to go. We're already kicked off with the knife round and question reality. They're able to pick this one up. This is, after all, question reality versus the agency clan Orange. My name is Icon Cast. Thank you very much for joining me if you have done so. A bit of a slapdash last minute one here. As I just came off the Legates game, that was a bit of a late starter. And this one starts just on time. But here we go. Without further ado, question reality, they get their choice of side and they pick CT. Menace on the double flash kit. And the rest of the boys just on the armor. Contact taken towards brackets. You can already see Fate's been forced way off into CT spawn. JTM, based off of that information, goes hunting. But it will be the B split as the call for the T side. Menace, 2 massive kills as he chops them all down as they cross his angle. But now, 3 versus 3 situation. The rotation looks to be called back over towards the A site. And it looks like 20. He's going to be aware of that now. He picks up the kill towards the mid rotator, but goes down before being able to reposition. And now we find ourselves in a 2 versus 2 retake situation for question reality. You can see Menace, kit in hand, as I already mentioned, but with no armor on his back. And Felix, the only armored player, already on low HP. It's a tough ask for these CTs. Charging up short they go, and contact made. The double crossfire setup made by the T's, but the kit dropped. Felix is going to have to recover that one and win this fight and win it quickly, and he can't get it done. The agency clan, they put the first round on the board. Now, as far as I'm aware, this is the second game of the season for question reality. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to see how the last one went. So I will have a quick look on ESEA while we've got a moment. A save coming in for the CTs in round number 2. And it's always a tough decision to make in this situation. Do we force up and risk going down 3-0? Or do we save and make sure we can get a pretty decent buyout in round number 3? The answer for them this time round is to save, and I'm not going to argue with it. So, yes, the question reality, not the agency clan, excuse me, question reality, they won their first game. That was on Nuke, 16-13, and that's exactly what you want to see coming out from the UK boys. They kick off their season 1-0, and the potential for them to go 2-0 here on Inferno. CSGO's home map nowadays. It seems to be the one that gets played the most in Team Counter-Strike. And a slow and tactical round from the agency clan here in round number 2. They creep on into this B bomb site. They figured out it was open courtesy of number 7 in Rodriguez. He creeps in with his low buy and Mac 10 and finds out it's open for business. Pulls that bomb over. And a fairly costless round for the agency clan here in round number 2. Now, if question reality can kill a couple of these rifled players, it wouldn't be insignificant. They'd be able to pick up the rifles and carry them forward. A couple AKs would be massive. It looks to be they're all playing it safe right now, the agency clan. They've decided to save in CT, and it's the absolute correct call. You can see question reality stacked towards the T-spawn in an effort to get some save frags, but nothing going their way. And in round number 3, we will see the first full gun round for both sides here. Menace opting for the MP9 so that he can get that utility out. He's got the kit as well on his back. Plenty to work with for both sides here. The utility advantage, though, definitely going in favor of the agency clan here early on. Early banana control has been taken by the side of Question Reality, but I don't think they have all the information that they could want. They took car, they dumped the nades, but they didn't commit to the peek down banana. And now the agency clan, they creep on in with that 30-second mark passed in the round. They get all this control for free, essentially. A lot of noise being made by the players taking control in the apartments. But with the bomb already positioned over towards the B bomb site, this looks to be all a utility being dumped, but surely not the commitment just yet. You want to wait until these A players are rotated into a good spot. But in fact, Rodriguez going flying on in. First man in Menace dropped. But look at the positioning from the second man in the bomb site. Felix has been completely overlooked, but he was only good for one. And now it's all on QR as the rotated players get picked up. No kit for QR. And honestly, he'd be best off just saving his gun. He's not able to get that done, though, as he goes down. And the agency clan, they start off 3-0. Not what you want to see if you're a Question Reality fan, that's for certain. And in this round, it will just have to be the low buy. A bit of armor, some upgraded pistols, and a couple of smokes. But surely, they can't convert around from this situation. Fate, the first man to hit the ground, the nade landing right on his doorstep. He got tagged, I think, through that smoke before he even had the chance to peek. Good stuff here from the agency clan so far. They've been very meticulous on these low buy rounds. They're aware that they're against some weird, wacky pistols, and how teams like to play on a round like this is really up in your face, unpredictable. But unless the big man Felix boosted in CT is good for a quad kill in this round, or 20, then I don't really see Question Reality being able to take this one. Utility being dumped over towards the B side of the map, but this is just a fake being sold by the agency clan. PKR, he clears Felix on the boosted angle, and look at that. That's called rotations over from the A-bomb site. 20, the only other deagle in play, gets dropped. And JTM, sorry. Yeah, that is JTM. It's confusing me that they have their team tag at the end of their name, not the start. But Felix, Fate, 20, JTM, and Menace. The Question Reality boys. I know 4 of which are British. I don't know about JTM. Here we go. A real gun round this time around. We've got the AWP coming out on the back of Kai, or Fate, whatever you want to call him. It doesn't matter because the big green's in his hand. And he's taking information towards middle right now. An early peek down, and then holding the angle on towards second mid for the time being means that this is a fairly safe spot for him to be in. But Port out straight away, misses his opportunity, and a one-man advantage going the way of the Portuguese side here. How do they opt to move off of this? With the positioning that they've taken, it looks like they're going to wrap onto the A-bomb site. JTM's going to have all of his work cut out for him, but he just gets flashed off. Didn't drop the smoke in time, and 20 not good for one either. Means that a free bomb plant for agency clan. The economy already stacking up massively in their favor. You can see Rodriguez 8k in the bank. Guerra almost 9k in his back pocket. And the AWP on base picked up by PKR means that they don't have to buy one for themselves because they've already got one. Felix and Menace, they need to save this armor and weaponry if they want to have a chance of getting a buyout in round number 6. And with the loss bonus already stacked up in favor of the CTs, there's definitely an argument to be made that they can go for that buy. Felix missing his opportunity, and the flash has caught him straight in the face. His teammate in Menace is going to have to hold his crossfire if he wants to save him, but in fact, he gets there too late. Menace able to clean up 2 kills after the fact, But now, with only one rifle saved, it means surely question reality. They can't even question going for the buy. They're going to have to eco this one out. And that's definitely the right call. 11k in the back pocket of Guerra already. Everyone on the agency clan side over the 6k mark. And it is just Deagles for question reality. You've got Menace, the hero M4. They're going to be looking to him to get something significant done in this round. And already he's taken a nade to the face early on. The HE lands straight at his little tippy toes. Mid control taken and car control taken by the Portuguese side. A lot of real estate in their hands, uncontested. I was going to say QR, but JTM rips the head off a zero. And the flash play in towards the top of car means that M4 has now been spotted by the agency clan, but they look undeterred. All 4 players remaining, lining up utility and a full-blown execute into the B-bomb site. Molotov's at Menace's feet. He's got nowhere to go, and he burns to a crisp. Felix good for a 1-for-1 trade. Surely not gonna be a conversion for question reality, but as I say that, Fate's found the timing, the plant in the wrong spot perhaps. Good for a kill. JTM unable to get one of his own, and now it will be 20 in the 1 versus 2. Not an unwinnable situation for him, but now position known. Gonna make it incredibly difficult for him to get into this one. Missing opportunities left and right is 20, and he's got to force himself into this one as soon as possible. Agency clan playing this one well though. Grouping up on the same angle. And 20, he's been deterred by this. He knows he's got no kit to work with. It's the 10-second defuse for him. But he backs on away. Saves that armor, saves that deagle and smoke. And the agency clan, they start here on Inferno with a 6-0 lead on their T side. Not what you want to see if you're a Brit, and not what you want to see if you're a question reality fan, that is for sure. But you never know. A 6-0 lead could become a 9-6 half for the Brits. All it takes is that one swing round. But that being said, you look at the economy of the T side, of the Portuguese boys, and already 13k on ZDX. Guerra is on the 9.6. They've got plenty of buys in their back pocket if they were to lose a couple of rounds in a row. What is the call from the in-game leader of question reality this time round? It seems to be banana control. And a 1-for-1 trade early on means that they maintain that control for now. However, you can see JTM, his rotation's been called over. Whether that's a call made or whether that's a heads-up play being made by JTM is left to our imagination. Of course, we cannot hear the comms. But now, brackets has been left open. Quick kill from Fate means that the man advantage is taken by the side of question reality for the first time in a long time. But they have to convert from this situation. Long's been left completely open. And 20, not aware of it, walks out into ZDX's angle. Now, a lot of information gained, at least for question reality. And to be honest with you, 20's got away with murder there. But Menace rotating in quickly into the archway means that the playing field, has been leveled out. And now it's JTM and CT with it all to do. He's heard these close-stepping players. And again, 20 caught pants down, looking the wrong way, not aware of the potential creep up through short. And it's going to be up to Fate here. The lone man on the bomb site, but he gets overwhelmed, getting shot in the back, turns to face and gets shot in the back again. What can you do? JTM 1 versus 2. There you have it. 40 seconds on the clock for the man, and the utility now raining in. The Molotov's good, and he's going to have heard that initial hit, but unfortunately not able to get anything done. The agency clan looking dominant so far here on Inferno. Look at the stats. ZDX 9-2. Rodriguez 5-2. This is not what you want to see if you're a question reality fan, that's for sure. Now the money for them, even though the loss bonus stacked up so heavily in their favor, they've no choice but to back on down and to go for this sort of sketchy half buy. Got a couple of mag 7s in play, one rifle, but unless Big Man 20 can get a few kills, minimum 2 kills with this rifle, and I don't expect to see this round going the way of the Brits. Felix has taken 2 nades to his feet, and he's taken the opportunity to push on forwards. And a quick 2 kills for Felix. A massive 2 kills at that. But unfortunately, unable to get away with that recovered AK-47 means that the agency clan, they maintain control for now in terms of weaponry. Only 3 smokes for them, though. Menace. A risk being taken by the man, and unfortunately a risk not paid off. But Fate towards second mid, able to get a kill onto Guerra. And this round gets really sketchy. But in fact, Fate caught pants down with his back to the lone man in DDX. Now it's all up to 20. I said he needed a 2K. There's one. Bomb in his complete control now. And it's up to PKR to sniff this one out. And he's able to hit the quick headshot onto 20. The agency clan, they keep their win streak going, and it's 8 rounds for them going into round number 9. It seems like the lack of awareness from a couple of the Question Reality players has been costing them so far on their CT side. Aggression down middle this time round. It's the T side not aware of what's going on. Guerra pops on out. Not good for the spray transfer. And unless Rodriguez is good for a 1v4 for the ages, this is going to be the first round on the board for the Question Reality side. And in fact, it is. A little bit of confidence from the Brits as they push down middle, and it's awarded them their first round. That's exactly what they needed. Now, they need to maintain this momentum, this confidence that they were managing to muster up there in round number 9. Bring it forward. Keep putting the pressure on. I wouldn't recommend pushing down mid a second time in a row, but definitely don't give them the space that they need. And as I say that, Menace and JTM, they strike in tandem. And a 2-man advantage going the way of Question Reality here early on in the 10th round. Now, interesting situation, and that the first time the agency clan have been in this situation where they've got a mid-round with a 2-man disadvantage, and it's up to them to pull some strings, to gamble on some rotations, get some clean entries if they want to have any chance at getting a bomb plant. You can see Felix on the AWP has been left to his own devices towards car, and Fate patrolling towards long. Now makes it a 3-man deficit in favor of the Question Reality side. Menace's head pops up and gets popped off by Guerra. And now just 20 and JTM in the bomb site. But oh no, they've both gone down. Hold on. This is a 2 versus 5 made 2 versus 2. Not the situation you want to find yourself in if you've got 2 AWPs left in play. And I expect Fate to pick up that AK. And in fact, he does. Noise made, though. And information gained by the side of the agency clan. Time running out here for the retake. And it looks like Felix is going to have to take first contact on this AWP as they flood into the site. Fate, good on the quick flick, but he's got a second man there. The kit's been dropped and no chance for him to win this one now. Dancing around the box is PKR. The kit picked up, but it's too little too late. And Fate will go down as well. A 1 round taken for Question Reality, unable to convert into 2. The momentum swings back the way of the Portuguese side, and it will be a pause called by the Brits in round number 11. And to be honest with you, I could argue that this pause could have been called way sooner. When you go down 6-0, Well, you could go down 5-0, 4-0 even and call a pause if you think you know the reason why things are going wrong. This time round, it's just a lack of coordination on that site defense that costs them. You can see the pit player in 20 struggling so far in this game. Only 2 kills to his name. And I feel like every time we've seen him on screen, he's missed something. He missed the lurk up long. That, you know, I assume the information was passed over by his teammate that long was open. However, the A players both had their backs turned to it. And then in that same round, he's playing close on cart, holding apartments and allows the creep up of short, catches him and Fate off guard. I don't want to feel like I'm ragging on the man right now, but some key mistakes spotted. And if you're watching this demo back 20, mate, I'm sorry that I'm picking on you. But hopefully you can add a few more strings to your bow, to your gameplay, and learn from these mistakes. Aggression again towards middle, and this time round, it's Fate creeping through that mid-smoke. He's been spammed out, though, straight away. The Portuguese side aware of the potential of a creep through that smoke. And again, man advantage going the way of the agency clan here. We've seen it time and time again. And honestly, it seems like Question Reality haven't really had an answer to it. The only round they've won so far in the game is the one where they've gone for a hard push down mid, and it was completely unexpected from the Portuguese side. They bounced right back, though. They didn't allow the momentum to escape them, and they've kept control of the money. They've kept control of the frags, the utility. Everything has gone their way so far in this first half. Clearly, the off-season practice, the preparation put into place by the agency clan on Inferno is working out for them right now. And Question Reality perhaps a little bit tired from that 1-0 win, that 16-13, quite a back-and-forth map it looks to be on Nuke in their first game of the season. That was earlier on today. So many rotations being baited over by the agency clan with this fake towards middle. You can see a 3-man stack being pulled over towards the A bomb site. But now in comes the hit towards B. And a running headshot. What on earth was that? Rodriguez rips the head off of Menace and doesn't even stop. Question Reality can't even catch a break right now. When stuff like that starts happening, you get tilted. That's a desk slammer right there. The remaining rifles not even budging an inch over towards the A bomb site. They know for a fact that if they want to have any chance at putting 4 rounds on the board, well, 5 rounds on the board, excuse me, they need to save these rifles. If they weren't able to save these ones, then, to be honest with you, we could be looking at a 12-3, 11-4 half. Only one player for the T side hunting, and that's ZDX. He's not going to get over towards the A-bomb site quick enough. And those 3 rifles are going to be able to get carried forward for the Question Reality side. Crucial ones at that. Now, this would be a good time to call a pause, perhaps. Decide who gets the rifles tossed over to them and who doesn't. Because only, well, in fact, no, 3 saved means it's all good. But wait, a really interesting call made by them here. They decide not to toss the rifles over. Fate doesn't buy a damn thing. They go for a 4-man B hit. Aggression all the way from the CT. Felix good for immediate trade. Good for 2, in fact. But traded back through PKR, the Tech 9, already with 2 kills in this round. Now a 3 versus 3. Only 30 seconds on the, well, passed on the clock already. Brackets left open for business. The agency clan well aware of it. And they creep out here for free. JTM's rotated into a good position on Arch. And he's good for 1, straight away traded back. And it's going to be onto Fate. Oh, a great position here from Kai, though. He's managed to sneak through apartments and get round behind the bomb carrier. Picks up the AWP. And now this has got to be a Question Reality round. He's conceded the bomb, though, however. Now Guerra thrust on into the 1-on-2. Able to recover that bomb. And will he find 20 lacking in middle? He thinks he gets the kill and turns away too early. 20 wins out the 1v1. And Question Reality put their second round of the half on the board. Realistically, we need to see a 10-5 half from them if they want to be able to get themselves back into this one on the T side. Inferno, a fairly 50-50 map these days since the economy changes that have definitely buffed the T side economy in the early stages of a half. But still, this is not a 50-50 showing right now in the first half. This is a very dominant showing so far on the T side for the Agency clan. Top car control taken. It looks like Menace, well, potentially positioned for a reflash in, but just pressure being applied by Felix with that flash now. They heard the shots rain on through that smoke after the flash popped. And oh my lord, that nade lands at Felix's feet. He's down to 15 health before he's even seen a player. That's called the rotation in Fate over towards this B-bomb site. But look, the Agency clan reading this like a book. They're pulling the strings of the CT side all over the map right now. JTM's position known, but a missed shot means that he's going to be able to escape for the time being. Felix sent in hunting for info, but back turn towards the lurk position of Rodriguez means that man advantage taken for the T's. And Fate able to get a bit of chip damage through that wall, puts Rodriguez down onto 12 health. In comes the hit towards B. Menace in here all on his lonesome. Kai or Fate, whatever you want to call him, he's been locked out in CT, and it's just up to Menace in the back of the bomb site. Only good for one kill. And with only 10 seconds left on the clock, the bomb does go down for the T side. Fate very forward positioning already, going for a bit of a gamble, creeping under the angle, but this time round, not good for a kill. And it will be 20, the man who's had a really rough time so far on Inferno in a 1 versus 4 situation. We've got low HP on 2 of these players, but with the time ticked down already, I don't think it's going to matter. He's locked in here all on his lonesome, and he's going to go down with just 1 kill to his name. 11-4 is going to be the bare minimum for the Agency clan. But to be honest with you, I've not seen any real signs of life here from Question Reality on Inferno. Perhaps not a map that they focused on as intensely. They need to get themselves these last 2 remaining rounds and the pistol and the conversion before we can even start talking about a comeback. Run boost across middle is so late from Fate, and in fact, the T side already pushed up in middle. Gonna catch that one off straight away, no problem. Felix misses his opportunity on some free kills in middle, and it just goes from bad to worse for Question Reality. Got 1 man in the bomb site in 20, and 1-for-1 trades isn't going to be good enough, my friend, as Menace now thrust on into the 1-on-4, MP9 in hand, and position now known. Good for 1. Information onto the positioning of the T-side author, but his position now known. I don't think there's an opportunity for him to crack this one open. No kit in play for the man. He's got a Molotov and flash, but yeah, looks like he's made the call to back on away. Carry this rifle forward and attempt to get 3 rounds. Right now, guys, this is looking like a 13-2. The economy is in tatters for Question Reality. You can see Felix, Fate, 20, JTM. None of these players with more than $300 to their name. And even with the loss bonus being at 3.4k already, as you can see, it's not going to be enough. Not for rifles anyway, if they want utility. 20 is going to be able to get armor, no head Kevlar, and an M4. Same could be said for QR, but in fact he decides for the MP9 utility, as does Fate. We see 3 rifles get brought into round number 15. A dire situation right now for Question Reality. Not an impossible task for them to bounce back into the second half, but I tell you what, they need to get that momentum and they need to carry it. The fast mid-aggression was the call made, but look at that. ZDX sprays 3 down. And now just JTM and Menace being called upon in the 2 versus 5. The flash is perfect. Not a beat being missed right now by the Portuguese side. Now Menace in a 1-on-5. Unable to get even one frag to his name, and a 13-2 half. I don't want to say it's over, guys, because of course I'm here to support Question Reality. Fate is an old teammate and a good friend of mine. I've met him in person at a couple of LANs in the past. And it's sad to see a performance like this coming out from them. Clearly they need to go back to the drawing board on Inferno. But you never know. Maybe the T side is absolutely sublime. It's got to be better than the one that we saw from the Agency clan. If they want to get the win, of course, they could put up a 13-2 half of their own here and push overtime. But I would almost say I'm dreaming with these statements. It seemed in the early stages of the CT side, there was just a pure lack of coordination from Question Reality. Whether it was comms or awareness, I'm not too sure. But a lot of players overcommitting, taking 1v1 fights. The site positionings in the late round, if we got to a late round, weren't good enough to trade out effectively. Crossfires not established, that kind of thing. But the majority of the time, we didn't get to the late round. Question Reality were getting picked apart by the Agency clan on their default. And I love this pistol round. Molotoving the short angle. And I think I know the play from them here. They're going to wrap onto the A bomb site. No long smoke from them. Usually you'd see a long smoke on Moto, in fact. But the first kill going the way of the CTs. It looks like they're aware of the potential of this pistol. 1 apps and 1 mini pit and a 2-man advantage. Make that 3-man advantage. Make it 4 as ZDX. I was about to say PDZ. Gets 3 kills. And it will be the pistol round going the way of the Agency clan. A 14-2 lead for them now. And honestly, this game is over, guys. At least the bomb plant for Question Reality means that they'll be able to muster themselves up a bye. But I don't think they got more than 1 kill go their way. In fact, they're not mustering up a bye. They're playing for overtime. And even more ballsy call. They don't decide to force up the Galils. They go for the Deagles and get the guns out in the next round. And you know what? Screw it. At this stage, why not? Just aim for the head and win out. Menace. Good for a trade onto PKR and a second flick onto the man. Sorry, Guerra and then PKR. And now, potential for this force buy round going the way of Question Reality. It's not even a full force bearing in mind. This is a half buy. A deco, if you will. You've got 1 man in ZDX in the pit towards A, all on his lonesome right now. You can see number 4 in 0 rotating on over in library to clear long. And Rodriguez given the task of jump spotting Banana, making sure nobody can creep up on them and get this real estate for free. This is a convertible round here for Question Reality. They've picked up the 2 rifles, Felix and Menace. And 20 hits an absolute banger. There we go. B bomb site open for business. And surely they convert a round like this. You can see 0 perhaps wasn't expecting them to be so far in. 20 good for a second kill. The Deagle reigning true. 20's got to play with the Deagle every round, bro. Clearly it's his best weapon. Question Reality, they are actually going to put a 3rd round on the board. Just as I was writing them off. I jinxed it. Perhaps in a positive way. The caster's curse going in favour of Question Reality there in round number 17. And now perhaps we can see them start to make a comeback. Here we go. Do or die every single round for the remainder of the game here for Question Reality. They let one slip away from them, then it's match and map point for the Agency Clan. And they'll start their ESEA Season 1-0. Question Reality at that point would be going 1-1 after winning their first game on Nuke earlier, 16-13. Close one. And perhaps that's the reason they've come out so cold here in their second game. All the thought process has gone into getting that first win on Nuke. But as I say, that 20 creeps out middle for 3 and good for 2 kills. Let's go, 20. T-sided player. He had a really rough time on the CT side, but he's bounced back here so far on the T side. And that's going to force the Agency Clan to push down Banana here. 0. Good for the trade. Goes for the rifle instead of peeking the second man. And that player was low HP in Menace, but it won't matter. Whereas position's been overlooked, though, and he sprays down 2 on the CZ. Oh, my Lord. Almost a disaster. But it's okay. JTM trades it back. And a 1 versus 2 for 0. He's picked up an M4. Or did he bring that one forward? I'm not too sure. It was a really ropey buy after all. Now, 14-4. Still, of course, massively in favour of the Portuguese side. But there is now a world where Question Reality can get themselves back into this one. Perhaps they are absolute T-side masterminds. And you know what? Some players are just better at one side than the other. Some teams are just better at one side than the other. A big name that comes to mind when you consider that fact is Furia. Their T-side, so well known for being fast, aggressive, and very, very well coordinated. So far, the decision-making's been good on the T side. I wish the same could be said for the CT side, but I mean, the scoreboard says it all. I don't need to say a word. But here we go. A complete save for the Agency Clan. Oh, but Question Reality shooting each other. 0 going down first, and that's the only rifle brought into the round. It's been traded hands over to Guerra. He's got no armor to work with. So let's see what Guerra has in store for us. The re-aggression towards Zeka mid is going to catch off JTM, and that's going to be information gained that that's all a fake towards A. The lurk's been dealt with, and this boost at the back of the bomb site is going to get a quick dink. Maybe a second. And in fact, it's good for 2 kills on a USP. What on earth is going on right now? Now a 1-man advantage. Make that 2-man advantage, and surely not. Surely not the USP round going the way of the Agency Clan. There was 1 rifle and 4 USPs. But in fact, it will. Oh, no. Disaster strikes and 15 rounds on the board now. The comeback shot dead in its tracks. And honestly, when you lose a round like that, your head's dropped to the floor, you're tilted out your mind, and you just want to get out the server. And I would not blame any of the Question Reality boys after losing a round like that. Well, of course, they are to blame for losing it, but I would not blame them for wanting to be out the server. That is an absolute throw from them there. Somehow, the communication not good enough from the players as they hit into the B-bomb site. That player's stacked up in a position that they can all deal with. And he's good for a 2K. Menace, the first man to hit the ground. Felix follows suit straight away. And now a 2-man advantage. Banana control in the hands of the Agency Clan. And I don't want to say it, but I've already said it. This game's over, guys. A minute 15 on the clock. Only one nade set, full nade set, excuse me, for the side of Question Reality. They've got no control. They don't have banana. They don't have brackets. And you can see the agency clan are set up in this 3-man middle setup right now. Fate hits the ground. JTM not able to get anything done. And the game is over as it stands. 16-14 victory for the agency clan, ladies and gents. And what a dominant showing from the Portuguese side there. Ooh, wrong screen. Hello? No, that's not the right one either. It's not welcome. It's thank you for watching.